Hey guys, my dog's back there this time. Welcome back to Big Brother 28 episode recaps. So, probably thinking as well, episode 3, you didn't recap episode 2. Episode 2 was unlocked. I'm not going to recap unlocked episodes, but I'm going to keep the number the same as they're counted as by CBS. So yes, we're going to talk about Big Brother 28 episode 3. This isn't going to be scripted or styled out. I'm just going to go with my initial raw thoughts. So I'm going to try to go through everything in the episode. Subscribe if you want episode recaps as soon as the episodes drop, or as quick as I can get them out after. So, I mean, this was a really fun episode. It was 90 minutes, and I don't think anything crazy happened, but I just love Big Brother, and I really like the edited episodes as well as the feeds. I have been keeping up with feeds, but obviously we haven't seen any of this footage before, apart from, actually, no, I don't think we've definitely seen some of it, because I remember that clip of Rome and Lyric when he was kind of leaning over her a little bit. I remember those things off the feeds, so that was after Nom's ceremony, but it's kind of interesting seeing the order it's in. So let's start with the start of the episode. The head of household comp, they have this balancing puzzle one. It kind of reminded me of some stuff that they did in Big Brother 18. I think one of the first comps was just like this, and having returnees in this comp is interesting as well. I think there was something similar to this, but I don't think it was a puzzle, I think it was balancing, but don't quote me on that. But yes, I remember something like this in BB18. So yeah, and speaking of BB18, Camus has such a similar voice to Paul. Doesn't play anything like Paul though. Camus is, for this episode, really someone that stood out to me as kind of this mafioso type. I don't really like Camus, but I think he's going to be fun to root against. And I think he's going to be an interesting figure on this season for that reason. So, anyway, head household happens, and D ends up winning. Rick comes in last, his team are have-nots. And we already knew this from feeds, but it was cool to watch it play out and see kind of Taylor saying, I don't really want Devons to win because I'm mad at him, which we saw the reason for on Unlocked, and then it was shown kind of on this episode again. So that was interesting, as I feel like you should just aim for your person to win, because logically you shouldn't really be nominating anyone from your team. I think the noms that end up happening from D's head of household are not bad noms, and I do understand the logic of wanting to nominate one from each team, but for me, I wouldn't nominate my team. I feel like everyone would understand if you don't nominate from your team because they helped you win. Because I know people are saying it doesn't make you a comp beast because you just held her up. It's some people were fully telling them what to do, telling them where the pieces went. And it is a lot of balance. This comp was very hard on Big Brother 18. It was different, but I remember those people. I think it was 3 that were holding it, though. 3's harder to balance. So, yeah. I think there was something similar to this in another season. But anyway, I'm just remembering Big Brother 18. So, 10 seasons ago, that's crazy. So, yeah. This was a blast, honestly. I just love Big Brother being back. So, these key relationships we see highlighted, her and Devon's are going to try and win the game. And for me, I love Rick. I think Rick's fit so well into Big Brother, and it's just been really fun seeing him. They have the Red Corner Alliance, which doesn't have a good name considering the reps of some of the people in that, seeming a little bit MAGA, but, the reasoning was explained, and I don't think there's any links to MAGA, but that was fun to see the first alliance, kind of. There was some other things formed, though. There was also, I do not remember the name of this one, but there was the 5 that had Angela D, Rick, Drew, and Barrett. I really like that group. That's a really fun group. Drew really has been a standout for me on feeds and on episodes. I think that, for me, he was the biggest surprise. I came into this not really expecting to like Drew. I love Drew. I think he's going to be great. I think he's really likable. I think he could honestly be a really big strategist in the game. I'm excited, and yeah, he kind of has that Corey Wurtenberger upside, but I think he's better. I think Corey was a little, the people he was good with was kind of limited compared to Drew, who seems very loved in the house. And Barrett, I think, just comes off cool. He wasn't too present in this episode. But who definitely wasn't present was Ashley. Ashley was not here at all. You know who else was present? Not at all. Was, honestly, Taylor. And Taylor ends up on the block this week. And Taylor, for me, just wasn't really a presence on the episode outside of her comments in the head of house. Like, I feel like her nom was the least explained. So that was like, I guess, like, they wanted one from each team. It seemed like Taylor was the go-to. Mallory, I haven't loved on feeds, but I kind of grew on her a little more here. I think that seems chill. She doesn't seem like a Kelly type at all, which I think we were kind of worried about, that she was going to be a Kelly. She looked like a Kelly, and then she does her interviews. She talks like a Kelly. There were a lot of Kelly similarities popping up, but I think she seems a lot better than a Kelly. I like Mallory so far, and her getting emotional was kind of like, it was kind of sad. She seems likable. She seems nice. And the other nom was Yash, who I think is pretty decent in diary rooms. People complain about diary rooms a lot in Modern Big Brother. I don't care. I don't care if someone's over the top as long as they're saying what they think. I know people want raw diary rooms. I want honest diary rooms. I don't want fake ones. But at the end of the day, certain people are going to say things a certain way. I don't want everyone to talk like Lyric. I actually kind of like Lyric, but I don't want everyone to talk like very chill and mellow. I like when people are like getting into the game, and I think Yash does that. And at the start of the episode, there was a lot of foreshadowing of, I should be safe with D. I feel like I knew noms from feeds. I'm not going to talk about anything post nom ceremony, like that spoils anything though, so don't worry. And yeah, Yash is he's not insane on feeds, but I do like him. I think he's cool. I think pre-season I really didn't care for Yash. That was the thing. Anyway, that leaves the final nom. No, we already talked about Mallory. I really like Mallory. I feel bad for her. But anyway, next up, I'm gonna talk about. What am I gonna talk about? Oh my god, what am I gonna talk about? Oh, what am I gonna talk about? All the showmans. We kind of see the initial sparks that brewed between Lyric and Rome. Getting good with names. And yeah, Lyric and Rome, I actually think they're cute together. I think it's nice. I like showmancers. That's kind of an unpopular opinion. I said this with the people I was watching, but it kind of gave me like Brential style love bombing week one. And love bombing can be genuine. I think that they're sweet together, to be honest. I actually like them together. I think that I think Big Brother it's a cool way to see that type of stuff happen in real time. In real reality shows, you don't get the live feeds. Live feed is what Big Brother is, and I think Big Brother's really embraced that last couple of seasons. I think that's really cool. And I just want to appreciate that, because like we take these things for granted sometimes. The live feeds are such an exclusive experience on Big Brother, and I know they have some cuts, they have some really bad cuts sometimes, and we can't just be easy on that, like, oh, it's okay, they were not on for 24 hours. But I just think it's so cool that you can just tune in on a live strategy game for like usually about 20 hours a day on average, I would say. Depends on the day. Eviction days, ooh, maybe not, because you have a live eviction and you have the prep for that, you have the head of household, yeah. But you do get a live blockbuster, and I love the blockbuster. I'm glad it's back. We knew it was back, but I think having 3 noms, it's one extra person. You have to put more blood on your hands. I think that Blockbuster Season's first set of households, though, so far have done well. They both went far. Angela, I wouldn't say was a good head of household, but that was more her. I think her actual head of household reign and what came out of it was fine. But Vince last season, I'm a big Vince fan. But, I think he's an amazing social player. I think he's an awful strategic player. But that week one was fine for him because of his social game. And I don't think 3 noms is too harmful to the head of household. I think that they've managed to work around it and make sure that it's equitable to everyone. And first head of household as well, I think D is kind of the perfect type of player to win first head of household, honestly, because she is very group focused and she's very smart, she's very strategic. Speaking of D, she's mad at Devons. Devons leaked the red corner to Angela and Drew, who's in their other alliance with Barrett. D was not happy with that. But Rick, I don't hate it for Rick. Rick was probably my standout this episode in terms of just likability alone. I think it was great. But I don't know. Honestly, I don't hate it. I don't hate leaking that. I think he should have spoken to D though. But yeah, this was a nice first episode. I think first episode should always be 90 minutes. Next episode is going to be 90 as well because it's Veto. I don't know if that's the norm this season. If it is, I like it, but I want to see it used well. I think this episode, it was used well. And there's not always stuff to show, is the thing. So you kind of have to work around that. The only thing I don't like about Blockbuster, is the fact that when we have Blockbuster, it means that basically the whole, like, what's it called? The live header households that are, like, made to be live at the booth competitions, they just don't work. They don't work edited. I don't want diagrams during a booth comp. It's like, I like that live nature with the no music, just, I don't know, I don't really like the edited versions of those. They're not very fun. And the whole point is they work good live. So yeah. Anyway, I've had with this cast, I think they're likable. I don't know if there's going to be much drama yet, though. I hope so. But they seem very tame, which is kind of weird. Because 27 was kind of a bit more of a volatile cast. I really liked 27's cast. I think that was a really great season. I think it was the best Big Brother season since probably Big Brother 14, but possibly Big Brother 20. I like 20, but it was a really good season. I actually really like 15 as well, but there's some problems with 15 that 27 doesn't have. 28 hopefully won't have those problems either, though. But yes, anyway, I hope you guys had fun listening to my little, it's more of a chill one than the first one, because the first one I had to go really into it. So yes, thank you. You want more episode recaps? Subscribe. I would love to have you guys on board with the Literal TV YouTube stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to watch this season. See ya.